Hello friends, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365, and today I'm going to review the 4K edition of 1998's Godzilla. If you're new to the channel, please hit that like button, subscribe, hit that bell notification. I put out videos daily. You can also find me over Twitter and Instagram at Movie Guy 365. Godzilla, 1998. Dean Devlin, Roland Emmerich. You know how this movie is. It's that. It was kind of like, you know, the brainless blockbuster stuff. Of course, Independence Day, you know, it's mindless fun. It's definitely got a lot of bad reputation, even in that time period, like early 90s, that this was not a great movie. It was kind of, but it was still fun. Godzilla kind of, I'll be honest, for me, I love giant monster movies, so I was very excited even then that we're getting a Godzilla. Of course, was it the Godzilla that I grew up with, you know, all the Toho stuff? No, it wasn't, obviously. But as far as, like, you know, destroying the city, giant monster, I think it works overall. But, oh my goodness, the characters, the humans are just the worst in this. Like, they really are. It's not a good story. It's even, if anything, it's worse than Independence Day. But for mindless destruction, awesome spectacle on screen, I think we could honestly do worse. It's a fun, destroy everything kind of movie. For that alone, I enjoy it. But do I consider this like a real Godzilla film? Not really. But as I said, giant monsters, call it anything else, this would have been, you know, different story. But, you know, because Godzilla has such a rich history and there's a huge fan base with it all over the world, you know, I think it got unfairly scrutinized at some points, but, you know, it's still, you know, mindless fun. I always thought that the Blu-ray looked a little dark for my taste. Yes, the movie is inherently dark, which I'm going to touch on in my actual review of the picture quality. But I think it was, you know, just to hide CGI stuff mostly. That's kind of what it was for. Beginning of the movie, daytime scenes, all that kind of thing. So, yeah, all right, so how does it look? We're given a very, very nice HDR image from Sony. They just know how to master these 4K discs. I think top of the industry right now. It looks spectacular. As I mentioned, earlier part of the movie is daytime, so that's where we get our fair amount of detail. We get, you know, those kind of HDR pop-outs color-wise. Things like that happen mostly in the beginning of this movie. Once things transition over into the dark scenes, then that's where the darkness factor of HDR kicks in. We have deep levels of black, skin textures from like Godzilla, the creature, look very, very good. Realistic. The CGI actually holds up very, very well in this instance. We also have, you know, the rain is constant. That was like my big complaint about as far as a filmmaking. Why does the whole movie have to be in the rain? But, you know, here it is. It is brilliantly showcased with the HDR imagery. Looks very good. This is the best this movie has ever looked. And if you are a fan of it for that reason alone, you will be very happy with the results. You know, pushing aside the not aged well dialogue in this movie, I enjoy watching this movie. I think there's a lot to be said about how it looks now, converted, you know, to 4K. It's a beautiful looking picture. Audio wise, you better have a good Atmos surround sound system, because if you have anything less, like if you're watching this through the TV speakers or hearing it through the TV speakers, you're missing out on so much. The audio, a beautiful, beautiful Atmos track. Wow, like everything was getting a well-deserved workout in this one. The rears were constantly active, flying helicopters, Godzilla going through the city. Your LFE is barely going to get a breather in this movie. It's pure destruction through an audio means, and it sounds just amazing. I always thought that the sound in the previous versions of Blu-ray and DVD and such were very good in their own right. This is definitely not a knock towards that. But the audio here is taken up a notch, and you can tell where that went. You got Atmos. You are really, you've got a showcase disc here, and I can't even overstate that enough. It's amazing. It really sounds great. It looks fantastic. if you're a fan of this movie, in whatever your reason, you like giant monsters, you like Godzilla, you like Dean Devlin, Roland Emmerich, sure, get this movie, crank up your surround sound, and just enjoy the hell out of it. It's awesome. Highly recommended. So let me know in the comments if you picked up Godzilla in 4K. I opted in this case just to get the slipcover edition. I didn't think the steelbook was anything that special. In fact, I've had that cover before on previous iterations, so I wanted to do something different. I like the slipcover in this case, so rare instance where I went with the slipcover over the steelbook. So let me know which version you got. In the meantime, please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. Put out videos every single day. So until next time, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365. I will see you at the movies.